Uh, Hi, everyone, and a very good evening to everybody who's attending us here today. Special warm welcome to all our students, teachers, and our career counselors and counselors joining in from various parts of the globe. Today is, one session that has been asked about a number of times from a lot of students, and honestly, I myself, would be very inquisitive to hear about this session because finance and accountancy really scares me. And I have not really been, a commerce student for that matter. But a lot of times, we always have that notion that there are a lot of great opportunities within the accountancy and the finance domain. So we thought at iDreamCareer that we'll, have a CA over and help all of you understand what his own journey has been like, and answer a few questions on your behalf. So for students and everybody else who's right now viewing us on YouTube, please make sure to type in your questions on the YouTube chat box and we will take them up for you. So firstly, welcoming our speaker for the day. So Mr. Gaurav Garg. So Gaurav, firstly, thank you for being here. And just to tell our audience, so Gaurav is a CA. He completed his Chartered Accountancy in November 2019. Prior to that, he's done his MCom, he's done his BCom, and he studied from the Bishop School. I don't think I'll be able to cover his qualifications honestly in such a short time, but he's got tons of certifications. He started his internship in February 2012 and then eventually ended up after almost 5 years. Then he moved on to becoming a consultant and then a senior analyst and then associate at multiple levels. And right now he works for Deloitte as an advisory solution advisor. So a very young age for Gaurav to achieve a lot of things. And, I think it would be absolutely apt for all the students who are joining us here today to understand about his professional as well as personal journey and the kind of challenges and struggles he has met throughout in his, tenure. So Gaurav, thank you for joining us and welcoming you, and over to you, please.
Yeah, thank you, Garima. So, hi everyone. Myself Gaurav, and I'm a chartered accountant by profession. So, I will quickly walk through from my journeys. First of all, that how I have get into this finance role and how I ended up into the valuation field and investment banking field. So lately, when I came to Delhi in 2017, I associated with myself with a startup firm that is On Fund Advisors. So from there, I started my journey for the finance role. In there, I was doing multiple of roles like tax, accountancy, and M&A tax, finance, everything I was doing in that role. And though when I was doing the finance role, like doing the valuations, making the financial models, I start feeling like that, yeah, this is the thing which I am lacking the most, because if you are a very good in the number crunching, you will obviously like to be into that role. So that was the thing where I start feeling like that, yes, this is the kind of job which I am lacking the most, because I am good in the number crunching and everything. So from there I started my building my interest in the finance role, and my journey started there. Then I move on to the RBSA. RBSA is an Indian investment banking firm. There also I was into the valuation field, and I was doing the valuations for the big companies, liquidation valuations, everything. Then I move on to the corporate professionals. That is also a very good firm, law firm. There also I was handling the client role part for the valuation field. Then after that, moving on to journey, I end up with the Deloitte USI. So Deloitte USI is a dream firm, I can say that, where everyone would like to see themselves in one of the big four, because everyone who is starting their journey might always want to come into the big four, crack the big four. And believe me, cracking big four is one of the major challenges you will be feeling once you will get into the corporate world. From there, I got a new opportunity in the global valuation field. I got open. So that's my journey. And till now, I have done some of the certifications like FMBA certification. I'm also an MBA finance. Plus, I have done some multiple certifications for the valuations. So this is my whole journey till now in the corporate world.
Great, great. So, Gaurav, I have, a personal interest in this session, like I mentioned. So, I have a few questions to, understand and help students here who are watching us. So, in terms of choosing your career pathway and choosing the subjects in school, I mean, what do you think made you choose those subjects? And perhaps if they're looking at a career journey like yours or similar to yours, what subjects are a must for the students to choose?
Okay, so my answer will be a little bit candid here. Is that as we are aware that in India we have multiple boards which are like UP board. As from I am from Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. My hometown is Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. So there we have the UP board, the CBSE board, and ICSE board. So my journey from KG to class 12 was on the ICSE board side. So I would like to tell that, yeah, from class as my I will go back to my family background too. As in my family also, my grandfather, my cousin brothers, my siblings, most of them are CA. Most of them are chartered accountant. So when I was in class 8, so I took some counseling over there that what type of field I should be into. As I already mentioned that my family background is mostly with the commerce background. So I have an interest towards the commerce more rather than from science. And luckily, I feel privileged that ICSE board gives you this privilege from class 9, which CBSE board gives from class 11. So once I got the opportunity to choose subjects in class 9, I jumped into that to the commerce, because what I felt like is that commerce is the field from where you can start your journey towards the finance role or other parts of the finance role. As you, if you be say that finance role is not only a this it you can see this is a small word, finance, but in finance there are so many roles, so different types of things which you can do. So finance itself is like a whole globe. Everything's circle around the finance. So from there I started and I took commerce, accounts, economics, because all these three subjects are very important subjects for a person to pursue into the finance. Once you are knowing about the industry, you have to read about the commerce. You have, once you want to know about the country, about the industries in depth, you must be knowing the economics, because economics gives you to understand the trend of the industry, the trend of the country where it is going, and to understand the graphs, how the things will be working. And after that, accounts is a major part role, because once you are into the finance, you have to deal with the debit and credits and everything. So from 9th, 10th, I took all these subjects, and after that, when I came to class 11th, so again I got the opportunity to choose a more micro subject, like either I should go with the commerce, accounts, and economics, or I should go with the commerce, accounts, and math. Though I have already read about the economics and everything, so I chose math that moment, because once you are into the finance and you want to be more good into the finance role, so I was enjoying doing the math too, little bit math, because in math you will be more logical. Once you choose a math, you know the formulas and everything, and it will help you into the finance role. Though I was also in a very young age, I wasn't aware about the math, how it will be helping me into the finance. But once I stepped into the finance role, I understood that this math has helped me somewhere to play the role in the finance. Because ultimately in finance, in the background side, what the result you are seeing is all dependent upon the logic and formulas. After that, once I completed my 12th, and I that moment, I saw that what's the best course would be for a person who is pursuing for in the commerce background. And I came to know that that moment in 2009, because that time there was no so many internet options, and you don't have so many research things on the internet. So what you will be depending upon the counseling and depending upon the what teachers say, what your surrounding has. So I came to know about the CMA, that is cost accountant, CS, that is company secretary, and CA, Chartered Accountancy course. So my grandfather, my siblings were chartered accountant, so it made me more sparkle, like you can say that I was keen towards to know what a chartered accountancy course is. So once I took a counsel from my grandfather uh, and asked that what is chartered accountancy and how I will be achieving the chartered accountancy and what it will be helping me around. So he said a company which is run by any finance person is a CA. Okay, I said, okay. A company who is standing and taking so big decisions on the monetary terms is all because of CA. Then I start feeling good that yes, this is something very good course, and I think that they will be helping me somewhere in future. So I quickly said that okay, I will be going to do a CA, and I enrolled myself for the CA. And in 2009, I started my journey of CA, and I completed in 2019. That was a 10-year long thing which I helped, which took me for complete my CA. And in this whole journey, I had so many up and downs and everything, but finally I achieved my thing which I desperately wanted, a CA word, because always remember thing, the word CA itself is a two word, but believe me, it will test you at each and every level. It will might break you, it will might break you into pieces, but I will say once you will become a CA, everything will be purged to all defects. So this is the thing which I have done, and I think for the finance person should go for the CA, CS, CMA, and like CFA. There's a new course which is from USA side. This is CFA course, CIMA course. So all these courses are the very good course plus FRM2.
Okay, so Gaurav, in terms of subject combinations and studying through colleges, what do you think are very important academic areas or fields that in the kind of roles that you played, a student is expected to lay emphasis on?
So what I will say, as I previously said, that the student should be focusing will be the major focus should be on like maths, accounts, economics, and financial management subject, because financial management subject itself is a finance course. So that will all these subjects will always obviously be helping you to achieve the things which you want into the finance when you are into the college or school. This is the subject which you should be focusing on, like financial management course, accountancy course, economics course, because all economics, accounts, and FM, that is financial management, is a bunch where you will be leading towards the finance world. And once you develop the interest of this thing, you will start feeling that yes, now I am being comfortable with the finance world.
Okay, so while I speak to you, I sense that passion and the love that you have, it's very evident. So would you want to tell the students that, a few things that, which are expected perhaps for somebody to fall in love with?
Yeah. So if you are, like I said, that if you are very good into the number crunching, you like to play around with the numbers. Like if I say for an example, like if I say that, oh, we have 10 rupees. Should I invest this 10 rupees today and take it 100 rupees after 1 year, or should I we spend it 10 rupees today and gain nothing in the future? So a number crunching person, a finance enthusiastic person will think, hey, wait, we can spend 5 rupees here and earn 50 rupees also in the future. There's nothing like that. So he will giving you a number of options, or you can spend entirely 10 rupees and gain 100. So that's a number crunching is. That a person who is into finance, you will try to understand your things, that what's your need right now and how much you will be requiring in the future. Because ultimately, we also all have a sense, like we say that there's a Hindi phrase like "बनिया बुद्धि होना सबसे बढ़िया बात होती है." Because what they have always done, this has been introduced with the subjects now, is that they have always focused to spend, if they have 100, they have always focused to spend 50 rupees or 40 rupees and saving next 50 or 60 rupees for the future, for any unexpected thing. So from there, the finance role has come into the playing the major role, because once saving that 50 and 60 rupees, it will be multiplying and getting increased day by day. And after some time, you will be seeing that 50, 60 has become 250 or 300. So that's the thing which a person should be must aware of when they are pursuing the finance role. Because if a person who is thinking to spend all their things, everything, then that person is not thinking into the finance role. Because a good financial advisor always say, spend that much which what you need, and save it and multiply it for your future things. So a person who wants to pursue the career in the finance, I will say that he should be good in the judgment, that how the numbers has to be, how the things has to be go, the number crunching, plus how I can do a good thing if I will be giving some money, or to manage some about a portfolio. If you see like portfolio, what is a portfolio management? We all are investing on some type of fund, and that the fund manager always try to increase our fund. So if he will not think in that way, then we will never be investing into the portfolio. So that's my answer, that you should be loving the number crunching, plus you should be very solve problematic. You should solve all the equations, that how it has to be once you will be getting something, and try to achieve that value.
Great. So you mentioned that all a few of your cousins and relatives are also CAs. So if you could tell about the struggles that you had perhaps while your journey was there. I mean, was that a pressure for you to become a CA as well, or anything else? I mean, apart from this, what struggles are expected? Because then you mentioned that you started your CA journey in 2010, and you completed it, so which is usually expected. People they give up in between. So all those things, if you could elaborate a little more upon.
Yes, for sure. So the thing was, when I entered into the CA, so to be true, I was very, very passionate at that time, and I cleared my CPT in one go. That was, to that time, it was an OMR sheet solving issue. So just you have to separate around, and everything is comprised. So I cleared that, and when I entered into my group one, so I was very confident that I will, if I've cleared my foundation course, then I can, obviously it is be easy for me to clear IPCC, that group one and group two. But something happened, and I got failed. This was the first time ever I got failed in anything, because till class 12th, I was always on the top three positions in my class, and I wasn't aware what the fail is. And that shocked me that, oh yes, can I be failed? How it could be I have given such a good paper, but I got failed. And when I discussed with my grandfather, he said, so what if you have got failed? We also did. I have also failed 3, 4 times to complete my CA. I thought that, oh my God, they have also faced the same challenges which I am facing right now. So the thing is that I would say that what happens is in CA journey. See, what happens is that a person who is coming from CPT into the IPCC and from IPCC to the CA final. So what happens is that it is a funnel from a broad funnel from the CPT and a small funnel size hole for the CA final exams. What happens is bunch of students come at the CPT level. From there, some persons get passed, some students will pass and go to this IPCC level. And the problem is that the institute has some restrictions. They cannot even pass each and every student who has performed so well. So the problem is that might you have performed very well, but due to some their cutoff, some things, we are not in the position at that moment. But we should never be feeling like, oh no, I cannot be done. I am thinking to change my career and to go to somewhere other courses where I can get passed. Because nowadays I have seen, I have interacted with some students. What they have asked is, the first question what they ask is, sir, can you please tell me what is the easiest course and where I cannot get failed and I can pass quickly and become something? Is there any course which is like that where you can just get passed and achieve everything you want? I will say I don't think so. There is any course has been built up till now which is so easy and you can achieve so many things from that course. So as I am from the mediocre, I was from the mediocre family, so there were so many challenges from my family background as well. After that, and once some close relatives have due to exam time, my close relatives died. So there's so many things coming around, and I faced so many challenges in that moment. And it took me somewhere my problems, and then I got failed 2, 3 times for clearing each and every group. After that, once I was in group CA final, the moment I was in CA final, I started like it was becoming so exhaustive for me because I have already crossed my 3, 4 years of my life got achieving something, and I still am the halfway path on the CA final. So in the CA final also, it was not working. I was just failing around from 2, 3 marks, 4 marks, and I was not able to understand what's going on in my life. But the one thing which I will say is that the support of my family and my friends, they have always said me, don't worry, Gaurav, you are good, you are doing good, you have to just a little bit more good, because they are just failing you. You are already passed, you are just failing by 3, 4 marks. That means you were passed, but you were not in that list. I will always say to students, please never ever break yourself. Always be motivated. Always think that if you have failed for one time, that means it doesn't mean that you have failed in your life. It's a part of the process, and what you have to do is you have to keep working for that thing which you want to achieve. And believe me, if something is not working in one style or one manner, please change the manner and style to do something to do that thing in a different manner. As soon as you will do, I am sure that you will be getting some results from that too. So in all this journey, I just trying to do and figure it out. And I switched as soon as I switched my group, as I was in group 2 and I was constantly failing in that group. I switched my group 2 to group 1 and I passed in one attempt. And there I become the CA.
Oh, wow, that's great. I'm sure that would have been, one wow moment for you as well.
That was the one wow moment for me in my entire life till now, because it was a pretty tough thing for me to achieve that thing. But yes, it has already paid me now.
Great, great. So, Gaurav, as far as I understand, in your journey, it seems like you have been, a very studious, sincere student. But don't you think extracurricular activities are very important in terms of personality, our own development, a lot of, maybe other things that we do. I mean, there's a lot of emphasis which also gets laid now. So what kind of extracurricular activities were you involved in? What do you think, are important in terms of a holistic growth for the student? Any soft skills that are required during this profession?
Yeah. So one thing I will always say to the students is that please, everything is not study. First of all, I think everything is not study. Candidly, I will say that enjoy yourself, enjoy your moment, do what you are liking. Means either it should be a hobby or anything. It can be. Plus, what I will say for the soft skills things is that always try to try to learn new things from our internet, because in internet we have so many lots of free courses right now for the valuations, for financial modeling, for other types of roles, which gives you a beginner knowledge what they are, how the industry goes on, how the work do. So all these soft skills are very important. Plus, there should be some hands-on the Tally, Oracle, SNP, SAP, ERP, all the accounting software, plus some good hands over the Excel. Because today, what I will say is that into the finance, the major thing which you need is an Excel, Word, and PPT. These three things are so important for you, because everything which is done is on the Excel, and your Excel has to be so strong that you should not touch your mouse. It has to be so strong in that way. Means everything should be in your mind. All the shortcut keys should be in your mind. Everything, your fingers should be working like it is working in a water flow. So in the soft skills, every person will be asking you, are you good in Excel? Can you do it in the meantime? Because in valuation, financial modeling, in finance flows, you have to be so quick that if you want some result in 10 minutes, then you must be aware how to get the result in 10 minutes. That's a soft skill that is required for the finance.
Great. So you also answered, a very critical question of mine, in terms of what courses or upskilling or tools, are required. So you mentioned Oracle, you mentioned, knowing Excel and Tally and all these things. So I think very, very, very important in terms of for students to update, these skill sets regularly.
Yeah. So adding to on this thing, for the courses and everything, see, I have I also have done so many courses. As I will say is that once I was into the finance, as I said that in 2017 when I got into the finance role, into financial modeling and valuations I was doing, I started googling around what are the courses has to be for becoming more good in the Excel, more good in the financial modeling, more good in the valuations. So I would like to say that Udemy, Coursera, or and there is NYU Stern, and so many free courses you will be getting on the Google, which can help you at least to achieve something on the basic part. On the basic parts means there are two types of basic things. One is you should be aware of the terms, and one is you should be aware of the terms plus you have some skills to do it. That thing. So some free courses will give you the understanding of the terms and things, and to this extent, the work has to be done. And I will say is that once you will be doing the courses, you will be getting some paid courses like what I am saying, like FMBA. FMBA is a US course which gives you a deep dive into the financial modeling and valuation. That is a very good course, I can say. Then you have some NSC course that you can do. Plus, after the models, you can see after models videos and their works. That also very helpful for a person who is who wants to achieve into the finance role. So all these courses will help you to achieve what you want to be into the finance role. As I say, in the valuations, you have to do all these things. Plus, you need to read some good writers' books into the valuation.
Okay, so coming to the next question, Gaurav. So, what are perhaps the larger domains in which one can work in, the roles? So you've played a lot of roles. You've played an advisor. You've played multiple roles in your complete journey. So majorly, if you could divide the roles into a few categories.
Mm-hmm. So if I say that yes, like as I earlier mentioned that finance is a very big part, is a macro world, and into the finance there's multiple type of roles which a person can pursue for. The first and foremost part is FP&A part, which is financial planning and analysis part, where a person will be more towards the accountancy, more towards the balance sheet and income statement preparation, everything. That is the company role, which each and every company wants that a person has to be an FP&A expert so that they can handle their books. They can finalize their books in the meantime, on a monthly basis, like MIS and everything. Then a person can move towards into the finance, into the valuation side. And the valuation side has also two roles. There's the financial modeling roles and one is the valuation role. So in these two courses, in these two lines, and also there is a very good, very good thing. Say that is a very good journey. It will be very good to pursue this career, as this is also a high paying job. After some time, it will be a very high paying job to valuations and financial modeling. A person can also go into the M&A tax. That is also a mix of tax and finance, because in this case you will be analyzing the companies mergers and acquisitions, that what the impact will be after doing the merger, what the tax impact will be, and what will be the financial impact will be. And merger acquisitions come with the due diligence. Due diligence is also itself in a career path where you will be analyzing and the company's books. Once the deal is getting finalized, before finalizing, you analyze the books, and after finalizing, you analyze the books. That what the impact is, and the pre-impact and what's the post-impact. And the due diligence, it gives you financial due diligence, tax due diligence, and legal due diligence. All these diligence helps you to understand the company's core strength. Are what it means, if company is banging that I am this much strong, this much what I have. So do they have or not? That is a testing thing of the company. Means you are testing the companies by their books, by their working. Then you can be on the side of internal audit. Internal audit again itself is a very good career where you control the internal matters of the finance and everything for the company. And then you can also be a part of internal controls. In the internal controls also, you will be seeing different types of roles, the part of intercontrol financial, as you've seen some words like this is a finance controller, this is the person who is internal finance controller. What they do is that they usually go on the every part of the finance books and everything, and try to see where is the leakage, where is the things which we can do more better, or how we can achieve the things. If there is some lagging into the any area of the finance, like for the purchase side, sales side, expenses side, they try to come with the solutions. All these things are the major parts of the finance.
Okay, so Gaurav, one last question from my end. So before that, I would also request our audience present on the YouTube chat box, just in case anybody has a question, please put it up there and we'll take it forward from there. Okay, so Gaurav, coming back, all said and done, so now it's been really long and COVID has taught us a lot. So we've moved into a completely technological and a virtual driven environment. So, how do you think has technology perhaps impacted or changed the way you guys have been working in the finance industry, and perhaps any new emerging careers in finance itself, that have been brought specially by technological advancement?
Yeah, that is a very good question, and I would like to say about this thing because after COVID, things has changed. It has impact each and every sector, each and every industry. So the way of working has also changed. Like I say that right now I'm in Deloitte. I'm doing work from home right now. So what we have done is that earlier what happened is that we used to visit a client. We spend some time with the client directly, face to face, and we were doing the documentation process on some manual side, taking all the things directly with the client and going to the client's office and everything. From there, after COVID scenario, what happened is that we have moved to the virtual meeting, face-to-face virtual like we are doing right now. Then we have asked all the things to be on the electronic mode, which has also helped us our process fast to do it with the things and to analyze the things fastly. Virtual meeting always help at time things. It helps us in the time management because if you are going to the client, you are visiting there to the client office, it takes your time, and maybe a one day is wasted just because of this meeting and everything. Now in virtual side, you can quickly jump into the meeting and try to talk to them, ask the queries, ask the questions, sound up questions, and you can just start your working. All these things have this is a new thing which has come into this, and we were easily able to manage all the things from this. After getting we get comfortable with all these things, then AI also has played some good roles. Nowadays I am seeing is that big fours and the another big companies of the finance parts are trying to make an AI for the valuations and valuation modeling. They are asking you the inputs only, and they will give you some sort of estimate of the valuations and your projections, which is again something is trying to evolve and make a thing more faster than it should be. So now the AIs are helping you to make the reports also, plus AI is helping you to make the financial modeling also with the normal inputs and also doing the valuations for you. So just to give an overall estimate of the company, who just want to see that what the overall what the overall value of my company is, he just put into the AI and inputs all the into the AI, and we will get some sort of the knowledge of their valuation well for the company.
Okay, so I don't see any questions right now, Gaurav. So but then I would definitely want you to give some tips or any suggestions, perhaps for the young students who are here with us, aspiring to become a CA, or looking at creating a career in finance.
Okay. So the first and foremost tips will be that if you're pursuing for a CA, CFA, FRM, or CPA, ACCA, any type of C degree course, the first and foremost thing is that you should always be aware that if you are doing any such type of course, what do you want to be? Always ask a question that how you will see yourself if you're doing this course, because many times what I have seen is that student coming to me and asking me that sir, I have done CA, I have done FRM, but I want to go to this field. So they are not clear why they have done the FRM. They are not clear why they have done a CA. They are not clear why they have done an MBA in finance. So the first and foremost thing is that once you're choosing your career for the finance role, so you must be a little bit more aware that what thing you are liking the most and which things you have more interest towards. Either in if you are very good in accounting and financial planning part, you should definitely pursue for ACCA, like your CPA or CA, because all these ACCA and CPA is a global platform and CA is our Indian platform. Or you can, if you're more towards the number crunching, valuation side, financial modeling side, then you should pursue for CFA role, because CFA role is more keen towards the investment part. It helps you in becoming a good financial planner, also investment banker, also financial modeling and valuation roles. And then there's a CFP role, certified chartered financial planner. This course always helps you into to become a person who is more towards the wealth origination, wealth creation, or tax retirement planning and tax planning. All these types of courses will help you to achieve your different paths in the finance career. So I will say is that always be focused what you want to be. Second thing, be motivated. If you started something, do not quit. Might be you today you might be not getting cleared in one attempt or two attempts, but if you will keep on trying, you will definitely clear, because nothing is impossible. Always say I am possible. It is possible. So that's what I will always say that, and always try to take a break from your curriculum or your routine studies, because once you have a fresh mind, you will definitely grab more things and you will understand more things, or rather being wasting 1 extra hour and you are not understanding anything.
Great, Gaurav. I think very, very, very wise words. Determination and the grit, to do anything perhaps can do wonders. And I'm sure that worked for you, and hopefully that should work for a lot of people who are watching us. Thank you. So on that note, Gaurav, I think I just would want to thank you for all your time that you've put into having this session today. And people at the back end, iDreamCareer team, John and Samarth and everybody else. I'm sure this is a great learning in terms of sharing your experience and a reality check for a lot of students who are planning, in becoming or appearing for a chartered accountancy course. So yeah, good luck to everybody, and stay tuned, keep watching and subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram. If you would have any queries to get resolved in terms of helping with career counseling or any other services, please feel free to give us a call on our number 9555 or just go ahead, visit our website and get in touch with our team from there. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Gaurav. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.
And thank you, students, for listening me for an hour almost. And I hope some of your problems have been sorted out. You have understand the more things about the finance, and you are clear how to pursue for it. Just to add on one thing before I go, is the best thing is to break into the finance is that never be get demotivated. Plus, is you have to work hard for the finance, because finance is the role which is not be given to a normal person, just like anyone can take into the finance role. Finance role can be taken only with the challenges, but you have to face and try to get into the finance from, and if you're not getting a chance from a big company, try to get into the mediocre company, so that at least you should take a path towards the finance. That is the most important thing. Rather being running towards the money, first run towards the knowledge for in the initial years.
All right.